Okay, hi everybody. It is March the 20th, and this week on our team huddle, we've got the amazing Claire Russell-Smith training on our calm range for sensitive skin, followed by Executive Area Manager Jennifer Cowee training on how to protect your vision. So we'll let Claire go first, and if anyone wants to add anything about the calm range from their personal experience or from clients' experiences, please do chip in. You know, this is an interactive Zoom, so if anyone wants to chip in anywhere, I know Claire will encourage that, so please do. So without further ado, Claire!
Hi everyone, evening. Yeah, the calm range. So I've been looking at the calm range all today. I'm quite excited about it actually, and I'm gearing to try it. So if any of you have got any personal experience about the calm range or how it's worked for you, just chip in with your opinion. I'd really like that. Okay, so when I was looking at the calm range, I looked at like the definition of sensitive skin. We always kind of think we know what sensitive skin is, but I thought I'd better have a look. So in the UK, 38% of men and over 50% of women claim to have sensitive skin, which is a massive number. So sensitive skin, when I looked, is someone whose skin is easily irritated by some products and also in response to some environmental factors and aggressors. Lots of these are to do with cosmetics or toiletries that we put on our skin. So a lot of sensitive skin can be really affected by this. So, and as a result of all these environmental factors, cosmetics and products, the result is the skin becomes quite reddened, irritated, dry, kind of itchy as well. They're all signs of sensitive skin. So when you use harsh products on your skin, these can really strip the skin, and that leads it to get worse. So you have things like water loss, dehydration, dryness, skin sensitivity, itchiness, and yeah, it just doesn't feel great on your skin. Now, the thing with the Arbonne Calm range that I looked at is it's actually clinically formulated and tested specifically for sensitive skin. And as we all know, when you look at Arbonne, it's all not made with anything that's going to be really drying. So it's all pH balanced. It's all made with natural botanical ingredients. So the formulas in the actual calm range are so mild and really, really gentle. They're made to be non-irritating. Obviously, that's great if you've got the sensitive skin. They don't contain any fragrances or dyes, and fragrances and dyes can be really harsh on sensitive skin as well. They can be used daily, so it won't dry out the skin with the range when you use them daily. It also can improve the texture and the appearance of your skin, giving it more of a hydrated appearance, a healthy glow, and it'll feel a lot better to the touch as well. So the ingredients, I'll go on to the ingredients now. So as we all know with Arbonne, it should be pure, safe and beneficial. Now they do, the whole of the calm range contain like a unique blend of really soothing botanical ingredients. So when I looked, it said it's got aloe vera in it. Aloe vera, I mean, loads of people over the last, I think I remember my mum talking about aloe vera about 15 years ago, saying how great it was and put it on sunburn and everything like that. So it's really, really great at calming irritated skin. It's also got cucumber in it, and as anyone knows that sort of 20 years ago or something, I remember my mum having cucumber on her eyes when she had a face mask on, because it's supposed to take away all lots of puffiness.
I remember that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, with this, you won't need to do the cucumber because it's got it in it already, which is great. It's also got lots of plant extracts. So this is all the nice botanical ingredients. So it's got licorice root, it's got chamomile, which is really calming. It's got mallow flower, Japanese green tea, and it's all put in there to nurture and nourish the skin. Now, I didn't look majorly at Japanese green tea, but I do know a little bit about green tea, and it's got loads of antioxidants in it. Antioxidants are really, really good at cell regeneration and they're really, really good for your skin and also your body. That's why people like drinking green tea. So a little bit more about the actual range. So when I looked at the range, they've got 4 products in. 4. We have the daily cleanser, we've got the daily moisturizer, soothing facial serum, and the soothing eye gel in this whole range. Now the cleanser, it's not supposed to over dry your skin. It's really mild. It's soap free, which is, soap can be really drying. I know when I've used soap on my face before, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I probably haven't used soap for, since I was a kid, really, because it just makes your face really tight and horrible. It leaves your skin feeling really clean and refreshed. The moisturizer, it is made to be quickly absorbed. It hydrates, it soothes your skin, and it feels really soft after you've put it on. Now the facial serum, it's quite lightweight. You only need a teeny tiny bit of it, so it lasts for ages. It's supposed to be very cooling and nourishing and soothing on your skin while locking in lots of moisture, which is really good if you do have dry patches. Also got the soothing eye gel. It has a rollable applicator. This refreshes tired, dryness around your eyes, reduces dull appearance, and puffiness as well, whilst replenishing moisture. So it's really good. And I did look, and there was a consumer perception study, to say that very carefully, consumer perception study, and in just 2 days, 88% of the participants agreed that the collection actually calmed their skin. It soothed, hydrated, and it also helped prevent moisture loss. Okay, so last little bit, I'll tell you, I'm going to try and tell you how to use the Calm range, but without the range with me. I haven't got it here. So, okay, if you use the Calm range, you've got the 4-step step system, four products to use. So all of the products have really extra gentle formulas, soothing botanicals, naturally derived ingredients. They're all developed to help the skin that's easily irritated and help to provide hydration and relief from that tightness and dryness and discomfort. So when you use all the products, step 1 is using the gentle daily cleanser. So the key benefit to this is that it's going to really help to soothe, hydrate your sensitive skin. It won't strip away everything out of your skin to make it really dry and tight, but it does take off makeup as well and dirt. It's gentle enough to use every day, won't strip all your skin. So when you first use it, you just gently dampen your skin, maybe splash your face with a little water, and then you just squeeze out a tiny pea-sized little bit of this, of the cleanser. Just rub it between your hands, and then just use some gentle circular motions all over your face for about a minute to get rid of all of the dirt. And then you just splash your face with water and rinse well. You could use a damp cloth if you want to, just a damp clean, like a washcloth as well, and then just gently pat dry your face afterwards, after you've rinsed it all off. Now, step 2 is your soothing facial serum. This is the stuff where it comes in a little pot, but you only need a tiny amount. It lasts for ages. So this is really hydrating. It's really lightweight formula, and it's going to help improve your skin resilience and suppleness as well. It locks in all the moisture. So this is best used twice a day. So before you use your moisturizer. So if you cleansed in the morning, then use that afterwards. Tiny little bit, 1 drop on your finger. Just rub it in and just gently pat around all of your face until it's all in there. Okay. Now the third step, this is the gentle daily moisturizer. So this is a bit like giving your skin a really good drink. So it's really super hydrating. It's going to relieve some of your skin tightness and dryness, and it's just like an extra on top of that serum. So the serum locks in the moisture you've got in there already, and then this is super hydrating on top. So this one, you just need a tiny pea-sized little amount on your fingertips, because a little goes a really long way with most of the Arbonne products. So a tiny bit, gently massage into your fingers, and then gently massage into your skin. It's quite good to use upward motion in your skin when you massage it on. Best results, use morning and night as well after the other 2 steps. So the 4th step is really good. So this is the soothing eye gel. Now this has helped to reduce all of that appearance of puffiness, soften the delicate skin area around the eyes, and it can help it stop looking so dull. So, and it's got a little roller ball on the end, and the gel is quite cooling. So when you put it on, it'll feel really cooling on your eyes, especially if you've had, if you've got kids like me and they've kept you up, or when you feel like you've got really puffy eyes, just roll it on a little bit. That should cool them down and help them stop being so puffy. So just using the tiny little roller ball, just using gentle little bit of pressure. All you need to do is roll under each eye, just from the inner corner, just to the outer corner, and then the inner corner again, and the outer corner. And you might want to just do it twice. Okay, and then you don't need to rub it in. You can just leave it and it'll soak in. You can always put it as well around the top of your eyes if you feel that's puffy. So that's the 4 steps of the Calm range. So we've got the gentle daily cleanser, soothing facial serum, gentle daily moisturizer, and then the really nice soothing eye gel. So all of these products are clinically tested for sensitive skin. They don't have any fragrance in it. They're all color-free, allergy and dermatologist tested as well. Now, for best results, it's always recommended to use all 4 products at once. And just follow the 4 simple steps, and that should leave your skin like glowing, hydrated, and overall calm.
Yay! Claire,
And that's the Calm range.
That was so good. That was absolutely delivered like a professional. That was amazing. And for me, I just want to add about the Calm range was I recently, me and Jane, should I say, we recently had a client come to us, a lady that had been interested in some products a year ago, but she just, for whatever reason, the products weren't quite right. I'm not quite sure. And then she reached out and said, I really, really want to try your range for sensitive skin. And I live around the corner from her. So she's more Jane's client, but I live right near her. So I said, you can borrow mine. And she sent me a before and after photo. It was 24 hours difference. And the difference was astounding. Her skin was red and bumpy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she said she had to wear loads of makeup. She's a beauty therapist and she works in a really well-known spa. But she had to wear so much makeup to cover all of the redness on her skin. And she said she's literally tried everything, like absolutely everything. She used the sensitive range for, like I said, 24 hours, then sent me and Jane a photo. The difference was amazing. She carried on using it. And then she said, I can't give you this back until mine arrives. So I was like, okay. So she ordered it for herself and she's just gotten so well with it. So I've got so much, good things to say about the Calm range.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I wanted to show some photos, but didn't get time to like print any off today, which would have been really good. Before and afters that the Arbonne website have got, which is really handy. But I've currently got someone trying out some of the Calm range, so I'll let you know how that goes as well. So hopefully, go really well for her. Yeah. Has anyone else got any experience of the Calm range? Anyone else tried it?
The lady I recently lent it to, an older lady, she suffers really with confidence and depression, and this is the one went to me the other day to get back, and we were both nearly in tears because she was so overwhelmed by how it made her skin feel and how well she looked. She'd actually sent some pictures to some fella she's got in Dubai. She said I would have never have done before. Yeah, some strange fella she's got going on in Dubai. Open relationship apparently, but that's another story. She felt confident enough to send these pictures. I didn't ask what pictures they were, but no,
depends where she
loved it.
Calm range, I guess.
She said she loved it, and she thought she's going to use up her old bits and then buy the whole range. So yeah,
lovely, yeah.
My friend Louise, who's actually an independent consultant now because of the Calm range, wanted to try the Calm range, so I gave it to her. She had really inflamed skin, and also lots of inflammation, lots of soreness, and she used it. And the same as Danny, she noticed within 24 hours a difference. So she used it for a few days, and then I had another one-to-one, so I had to get it back. And she started getting up saying, please can I have that back? I need it also. And in the end, she's all doing her own. But until hers comes, she's got my range and she doesn't want to give it back.
That's great. See, all of those are like proof that it really works within 24 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess it shows that a lot of the other products on the market, because most of the people I know are using cheaper products, which has got all of the other nasties in it. And it just goes to show that how using something that doesn't have all of those things in can make such a massive difference in a small period of time, which is really good. So it's really positive. I mean, I can't wait till this comes and I try it as well.
I think it's a great one to start your children off on as well. I mean, Katie's 13 now and she's using the wash, sometimes the moisturiser, but generally the wash on its own is enough. She doesn't really need to use anything else. I think it's a nice one to start them off.
Tip, Jane. Yeah.
I think because if they, obviously at that age they're starting to get a little bit acne prone, but I think sometimes if you go straight onto the, it's the Clear Future now, it can perhaps be a little bit too strong for them to start. Start off with the Calm.
Yeah, I guess that's the beauty of like the Calm range, is that if you have got, a teenager where they haven't fully developed yet and all the hormones are still settling and going a bit crazy, then, the Clear Future range could be a bit drying at times. So it's you're probably right, Jane, it's probably best to start off with this one first, the Calm range, and see how they get on, and then move on to the other one if they need be.
Yeah. Fabulous. Okay, so shall we go on to Jen's training then? Thank you again, Claire. That was really good for your first training as well. Brilliant. Well done. Go on then, Jen, when you're ready.
Okay, so good evening everybody and welcome to tonight's Zoom call training. My name's Jennifer Cowee. For those that don't know me, I'm an Executive Area Manager and Independent Consultant with Arbonne International. So tonight I'm going to do a training on protecting your vision. So first of all, before I get started, I just want to congratulate you all for getting on tonight's call, because that puts you into the top 5%, and everybody knows that the top 5% make the most money. So well done everybody. So it is now 22 minutes past 8 on Sunday evening and everybody is getting ready to go to bed. So has everybody got a drink and is everybody sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Okay, so once upon a time in a land far, far away, there were two men. The first man said to the second man, "Oh my God, I've got this amazing business opportunity. It's fantastic. We're going to be millionaires. This is it." The second man looked at the first man and thought he'd lost his marbles. So anyway, the first man, undeterred, said to the second man, "Look, I need to show you something. Will you come with me?" So, because the second man was the first man's friend, he agreed. So they started off on their journey. The first man is eager and happy. The second man is plodding along behind, being dragged a little bit, and still not so sure about what's going on. So they get to where they're going, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Nothing is there. It's completely barren. It's just an expanse of overgrown land. Weeds up to their waists, and there's an old shed in the distance. And the first man turns to the second man and he said, "This is it!" Hardly able to contain his excitement now. "Isn't it amazing? We're going to have a park over here, and over there we're going to have a hotel, and people are going to come here on holiday." The second man is now absolutely convinced his friend has completely lost the plot. He's completely bonkers. And he makes his excuses to sort of get away as quickly as he can. Now, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about right now, but the man who was all excited about this business
I know who it is.
was
What?
who?
Walt Disney.
Yeah. And do you know who the man was who tried to get away from his friend as quickly as possible?
The man we've never heard of.
That's it. The man we've never heard of, his name is Ark Linkletter, and nobody's heard of him. So the point is, the difference between the two men was the vision. Walt Disney had an amazing dream of what he was going to create, and he was absolutely crystal clear about that. And that's exactly what you need to do with your Arbonne business. We can all say yes, we can all say, I get it, we can all say, yes, I'm in, I'm doing it. But if you don't know what you're going to create with your Arbonne business and what your future is going to look like from this, then it's just a wish. So why do some people not achieve their dreams? So often people daydream and they say, oh, I really would like to, or I wish I could, or I'd really like, or I really want to. But liking and wanting and wishing are actually the lowest ways of thinking because they aren't specific enough. So I'm sure we can all relate to this when maybe we started our Arbonne journey, and maybe we still do. So when we first start our Arbonne journey, I'm sure everybody gets this, but everywhere you go, you see white Mercedes. I know it still happens to me, you know, you see about 100 on the way to school. It's almost like they're following you around. And there's a reason for this. They, of course, were there before, but it's just that your brain didn't notice them. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about the science behind the law of attraction, because that's what it is. So it's scientific, and in your brain you have something called a servo mechanism, and it's actually called the RAS, or the reticular activating system. And the way it works is very similar to a missile launch. So when they launch a missile, it's kind of heat detecting, isn't it? And wherever its target moves, it adjusts its course and it goes to get its target. It focuses on the goal. And it's exactly the same in our brain. Our brain points out what we want to see. So the reason you saw all those white Mercedes was because your brain was looking for them. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously. So we do this all the time. So this can work in a good way, or it can work in a bad way. So focus on what you want, always. Never concentrate on your worries. So let's apply this to your business. Who would like more people on their team? Everybody. Okay, so if you're thinking, no one wants to join my team, everyone's so negative, no one gets the business, guess what? That's what you're going to get. So you need to seriously be clear about what you want from people coming into your business, because the RAS will focus on that. So you'll find those people. Your brain will present the person to you, and you will see the opportunity in that person. Clarity is power. Can you imagine what your paycheck will look like in 5 years' time? So if everybody could just write down an amount, a month, you would like to be earning with Arbonne in 5 years' time. Just write it down, what you're going to be earning. Danny's still doing all the zeros. Off she goes, off the page, next page. Okay, so Danny, you've made your team too small. Everybody, put another 0 on the end, because that paycheck represents how many people you've helped. So anything is possible if you're specific. In 1919, Walt Disney was fired because he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. It's a good job he didn't listen to them, isn't it? But what other people believe about you is not your reality. It's their perception. So don't listen to them. Imagine if Walt Disney had listened. You've got to know that even if people don't believe in you, people may doubt you, and people probably will doubt you. They'll doubt your ability in this business, and they'll doubt you as a person. They may even tell you you're not confident enough to do that, but don't listen. Confidence is like every other skill that we need for this business, and we can build skills. They may tell you that it can't be done and that you'll never be a national vice president. And what I call these people are dream stealers. We're the dreamers and they're the dream stealers. So what you need to do is protect your vision. You need to put on some goggles. I haven't got any goggles, but put some goggles on. And so when the dream stealers come along and tell you their opinion, you need to say, I'm protecting my vision. Nothing is getting through here. Doubt will kill more dreams than failure ever will. It's so true. So think about when a baby learns to walk. They fall over and they get back up again and again and again. But when we have a doubt in our mind, it's like a little seed, and you can choose if you're going to let that seed grow. If you let it grow, it will hold you back. So I've got a little story from the book that I'm reading by Les Brown called Live Your Dreams. And the story is about a lady called Eula McLaney, and she was a sharecrop daughter from Alabama. And she was so poor, really poor lady. And she was still working behind a plough at the age of 26. Then she married and moved to Pittsburgh and had 2 daughters. When her daughters were old enough to go to school, she decided that she wanted to go to work to improve the family's life. But her husband, he didn't want her to. He was adamantly opposed to the idea. He did not share her visions of a better life. Following a persistent voice that told her to strike out on her own, though, she began working extra jobs. She did house cleaning, babysat for the children, and sold her homemade sweet potato pies. Her goal was to own property. She would raise the down payments to buy homes and business property and then rent them out to make the monthly payments and a slight profit. Often the properties needed work, but her husband refused to join in the business. Within a few years, Eula had built a small fortune. She owned and managed nearly 40 properties. She bought a Rolls Royce and a 12-room house in a prestigious neighbourhood. Her husband refused to live there, so she lived there with her daughters and their other relatives. Her success in real estate eventually inspired her to move to California, the hottest real estate market in the country. When she suggested to her husband, because they were still married at this point, that he move with her, he completely refused. He was comfortable with the status quo, but she wanted more and didn't mind taking chances to get to it. So she took her daughters to Los Angeles. She bought a hotel in California and had hardly settled in when her husband notified her by mail that he had filed for divorce. She lost much of her hard-earned money in the divorce, but this incredible woman persevered in her dream. She became immensely wealthy in the California real estate boom. Sorry, bear with me. And he just talks about when he met her, and she told him that at one point she'd prayed on her knees, "Lord, what can I do to help my husband share my vision of a better future?" She said the reply came to her clearly, "Do it yourself." So I kind of can relate this to my Arbonne business, that you sometimes have to be the proof for people. And it's the ones that are closest to you that don't always think that you can achieve these things. So she did, she proved it to him, and she later wrote a book called God, I Listened. Okay, so she once told Les Brown, "Many times I wanted to give up. Many times I did not know where I was going to get my next meal. Many times I wanted to call my husband and say, 'Baby, you were right, can we come back home?' But during those times, there was just something inside her that told her not to give up and to just keep on going. I decided I would not stop, and I made it happen." So I quite like that. I think you can relate that to your Arbonne business plan. So has everybody got a vision board? And if you haven't, you need to get one. And the people that do have it, have you seen results from this so far? So I have. Yeah, there you go. Brilliant. Top marks for Danny Well. So I have a vision board, and it's in my dining room. But actually, before I went to Arizona, I had a vision board that I made a year ago on Pinterest. and on that vision board, it had Arizona on. So you don't want a blurry vision. You want to be crystal clear, and having a vision board will keep you focused on your goals and what you want to achieve. So it's about being bold and having your binoculars, and be bright. Paint your vision so bright the blind will be able to see it. So be bold with your belief and your conviction. 100% people will follow those who know where they're going. They don't follow those that are wishy-washy. They absolutely buy into someone who believes that they know where they're going and know that they're going to the next level. If you have that conviction, people will see that. So another bit of an interaction. If everybody could write down on a scale of 1 to 10 your belief in yourself. Okay. So 1 being really low and 10 being massive. So if your belief in yourself isn't what you want it to be, then you can borrow somebody else's. So borrow your upline, someone on your sideline, someone you admire, your sponsor, somebody that's asked you to take a look at the business. They have had a belief in you, so borrow theirs. But you will need to work on building your own, because it is the possibility of everyone being successful. You know, if I can make it to executive area manager, if Danny can make it to region, if Stuart Armfield can get to nation, you know, it's been proven that people can do this business and get to those levels. So if we can do it, so can you. A great book for building self-belief is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter. Okay, so the next thing, write on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your belief in Arbonne as the company? So on a scale of 1 to 10, belief in Arbonne. And of course, we've all written 10. However, if you haven't written 10, what you can do to build your belief in the company in this area is attend the events. These are so important, and I can't even put into words how amazing Arizona was for building. I thought my belief was 10, but now it's like 1,000 out of 10. So you need to attend the events. Go to GTC, come to AAC, make sure you're in Arizona next year, Leadership Academy. All of these events will help you to build your belief in this amazing company. We've got the source, which is fantastic. You know, you can go onto all the Learn and Burns and build your belief in the company that way. And simply by using the products and learning about them, again, we've got the source. You can read all the Meet the Products and the focus guides on the products. Okay, and then the last thing, network marketing as an industry. What's your belief on a scale of 1 to 10 in network marketing? Okay, so like any profession, you need to be a student. We're just lucky that we get paid while we learn. So we earn while we learn. So be a student of your subject. Read and learn about network marketing just as an industry. So some really great books for this are GoPro by Eric Worre, Beach Money by Jordan Adler, Dare to Dream, Work to Win by Dr. Daniel, help me out in a minute.
Tom Barrett.
Dr. Tom Barrett, yeah. Flip Flop CEO, and actually Flip Flop CEO, I found out in Arizona are sidelines to us, which is amazing. They're sponsored by Susan.
Did you not know? Did you know they were from Arbonne?
Yeah, I knew they were Arbonne. I've read the book, but I didn't realise they were. Susan had got them in her nation, part of our nation, and a 4-year career as well. Also, what's really important is affirmations. So the repetition of affirmations lead to belief. And it's the belief that then turns into conviction. So belief is in our head, but when it moves down into the heart, that's when the conviction comes, and that's when things start to happen. So when you share with people about your business and what you are going to create with Arbonne, what is your conviction on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, so if we did an affirmation together now, so this is for region, this is for everybody for regional vice president. So we want to write down it is, and then your date. So for me, it is, whatever date. And I'm celebrating, so you want to put a feeling to your affirmation. So I'm celebrating, I'm elated, I'm so happy and grateful that I've become a regional vice president with Arbonne International. So you just keep repeating that. So Matt did a really fantastic training once on affirmations. This was probably about 15 months ago when I first started, probably my first regional training. And he said, do your affirmations 3 times a day in 10 blocks. So you'd say it 10 times, breakfast, lunch and tea. Matt, I can't remember his surname, but you know Matt. So write down your goals. If you write down your goals, you're in the top. Yeah, Matt Griffin. Yeah. And I think that might have been recorded actually as well. Write down your goals. If you write down your goals, you're in the top 3%. And you're 80% more likely to achieve that goal because you wrote it down. And you've got to tell everybody. You've got to declare that goal, because if you don't, it's just a wish. Everyone can get to region in 3 months. And do you know how? Because it's been done. Claire Fishenden has proven it, and Debbie Neal has proven it. They did it in 3 months. So your belief and your conviction allows others to see what you see. When you have that in your gut, even you can't deny it, take bold actions. So you have your dreams and your vision, and then you have your belief and your conviction. And when you mix them all up, if those 4 things are strong enough, you will take bold action. And when I say bold action, it's talking to people. So has anyone been in a shop and seen someone that you thought, oh my gosh, they look like a national vice president? Okay, so she looks amazing, she's got amazing clothes, she holds herself well, she's got a great smile, she's talking to people. And how many of us have gone, oh, I really need to talk to her, and then we don't? Because I know that I have, and I've kicked myself afterwards and thought, oh, I should have spoken to her as she's walking off down the street. So, again, this comes from belief in yourself and your business, working on those speak to things. Because once those are so high, you won't be afraid to speak to strangers. So I actually ended up chasing someone down supermarket aisle yesterday. So mine's obviously grown, and I got a number, which was brilliant. But I wouldn't advise obviously chasing people. But anyway, moving swiftly on. So when you have that moment, when you see someone that you want to talk to about your business, and we all have those moments, everyone's got to write this down. Speak to them. Speak to them. Go and speak to them. Okay, so vision without action is a daydream. And action without vision is a nightmare. Okay, so that's vision without action is a daydream, and an action without vision is a nightmare. So we need to dig deep, focus, dream, believe, push yourself harder than ever before, because it's up to you. Now is your time and you can win. Play full out because you deserve to win. Thank you.
Yay! Woo! Jen, as usual, that was fantastic. That was really, really well put together. It started great. You had fantastic information in there that was easy to understand, and then you closed it off beautifully.
Thank you.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Did anyone want to add anything to Jen's training about protecting your vision?
I want to ask Jen what she said to the woman as she chased her down the shopping aisle.
She told me about this on the phone. I was like, you did what?
Oh, it's someone I had been building a relationship with, but she hadn't been in for ages into the supermarket shop, and I just thought, do you know what? Now's my time. I either ask now, or I might not get this chance for another 4 or 5 weeks. I was like, I'm doing it. And Kelly was with me. She's like, I've got to get back to Bourne. So I just had no choice. She was walking down the supermarket aisle. I just had to run after her and say, I don't normally do this, and I know it's a bit weird, and just launched into it. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, got a number.
So you already know her from going shopping?
Yes.
Brilliant. Jen the shopping stalker.
You've got to look Jennifer Cowee, haven't you? She just gets on with it.
I need to go
change this woman's life. She's going to thank me for taking me down the aisle.
I need to go shopping more often.
Right, I'm going to stop the recording on this, then we can have a chat about how our week's been. But thank you so much, Jen and Claire, for 2 fantastic trainings. I think we can all agree we've all learned a lot tonight, so brilliant. I'm just going to stop the recording.